Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. Brendan again. Actually just got back from the gym. Figured I'd show you my post-workout stuff, pre-workout. So strong continuity in these videos, I know, but you guys seem to like these videos rather than me just sitting in the car sometimes. So let's go ahead and check out what I'm having as a post-workout. So what I made is a pound of this shaved steak. And I like to get this from time to time. You guys see these in my grocery store pickup videos. I also have some cut up vegetables here. We just have green peppers, red peppers, and some onions. And what we're going to be doing is just making a wrap out of those. So there you have roughly around 3.5 ounces of the shaved steak, some vegetables, and probably about half a serving of that Sweet Baby Ray's. And they're all on these white flour tortillas. And I know what you're thinking, but Brandon, they're made of white flour tortillas. It doesn't matter what they're made of. Shout out to anyone who got that Rock reference. I know I'm not a good impressionist, and Rock is probably not one of my strong points as is, but that's what you have. So that's what I'm going to be having as a post-workout. My workout today was actually the first time back on BBSM, which you guys will see. It was really tough. It was really hot, but I'll talk about more on that in the clips. So I'm going to get to this food. You guys can get to the clips. We'll talk to you soon. Back in the gym and back on BBSM, making all kinds of gains. So it's been about a month since I've been on this program, and I gotta tell you, it feels so good to be back. And the fact that Dan's doing my programming, you guys know it was stressing me out, and even though this workout today completely kicked my ass, it was in the best way possible. So here you're seeing my first working set on squats, 405 for 5 reps. What you'll also notice, I'm wearing my blue Reband knee sleeves, and the reason I've been wearing them more frequently is, number one, paid a lot of money for them, and I like to kind of mix it up from time to time to get my use out of it. And plus it's just been fairly hot in my gym, and when I wear my SBDs, they're about 2 sizes too small, so they're really tight, which makes them very effective, but also makes them very difficult to get on and off. So I will be rotating through them now and then. I might just save them for when I do really heavy sets in the 1 to 2 rep range. Here you see my second working set of 445 for 6 reps. And as I just mentioned, it's been really hot lately, and I haven't really been doing any reps over 5, at least heavy on squats, in a long time. So I was dying during these sets. I was really winded, and if you've ever been told that you can't get a good cardio workout while lifting, that, my friends, is a complete lie. Now the second set here, again, 445, goal was to get 6 reps, and we got that as well, and this felt fairly good. And I think one of the reasons why is my bar placement is starting to get back on point to where it was before I had some tendonitis issues in my wrist, and that is something I need to make a video on eventually. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for stuff. I'm no expert when it comes to tendonitis, but I've been trying to work through it and work around it. I think a big problem with that is the part that my left shoulder really mobility sucks, so that's something I've been working on too. And again, we'll try to do a shoulder mobility video, but more than likely I might try to get someone to make one for me, get one of the experts, so to say, out there, because I'd much rather have them do it than me give my half-assed attempt at it. So after those 3 working sets of squats, we moved on to 3 sets of high bar pause squat, and for this, Dan says, move your stance in some. So 315 on the bar. One of the things I'm trying to do is force my elbows under, and this first set that you're seeing, while they were supposed to be pause squats, after watching the video, it really came to my mind that I wasn't pausing long enough, and anyone who's done pause squats, you could literally sit in the hole for what seems like 10 seconds, but when you watch it, more than likely you are a lot quicker than you thought. And you can make a lot of dirty joke references there. So what I did is I changed the angle so you can see my white badonkadonk, or lack thereof. And I wanted to just film this again. Even though we kept the weight static, I wanted to work on my pausing. And I think you'll see here that it was a lot better. Now, there are some form issues I think I need to work on here. But with that, I think part of it also is I'm just fatigued at this point. This weight still felt really light, so I was more than pleased with this. And hopefully you can say the same after basically just watching these ass shots. So I guess you could say this is my foray into the G4P community. So I didn't film the last third set only because I worked on it at that point and I didn't think it was really necessary. Here you see my first set of stiff-legged deadlifts, and this is done from about a 3.5-inch deficit. The goal here was to get 315 for 8 reps, and this felt fairly good. I'm not using any chalk, which I probably should have, considering again it was very hot and my hands were very sweaty, but I didn't seem to have an issue here with this first working set. And if you haven't done any of these in the past, I highly recommend it. I've really found since implementing these into my routine that my squat and deadlift have just vastly improved. Now after that first working set, it called for 2 sets of 345 for 6 reps each, and I really want to emphasize 6 reps because I didn't do a very good job reading the program, and on this first set I actually ended up doing 8. It was tough, but I managed to get through it. On the second set of this weight, I didn't film it, but I did only do 6 reps and it felt a lot better. So definitely need to pay attention more to that programming, as I just kind of assumed since the first set was for 8 reps, the next 2 sets would be as well, and that's not the case. So I guess Dan's just making sure that I'm keeping on my toes and making sure I'm reading the program right. Now from there, we moved on to 3 sets of bodyweight pull-ups, as many reps as possible. I was fried by this point. The heat was really getting to me, and you might even be able to tell in my voice I'm a little bit hoarse. So I did 12 reps here. Actually, I think I did 15. The second set I did 12. The third set I did 10. I then followed this up with 3 sets of hanging leg raises for 15 reps each, and that was the workout, and it completely kicked my ass. So that pre-workout meal, I should say, post-workout meal you guys just saw, was well deserved. As always, you can see the complete workouts in Fitocracy if you want, but in the meantime, as always, thanks for watching and stay big.